Good morning, family and friends. About 7:05 on the 17th of June. Heading out of camp. Got to go back down to that spring to get water. And I got a big old up immediately today, which is good. Today's hiking, I don't think it's going to be as tough as yesterday. But you never know. It could be. I don't think so. Sun's just coming up. Nice day. Temperature's in the 50s. I don't know exactly. I didn't check the temperature before I left. Just got to pay attention to all these rocks I'm going over. A lot of rocks. Rocks everywhere. Anyway, 8, almost 9 miles today. 8.85. And what did I think? Oh yeah, I'm good. Yeah, it's a nice day so far. I'll get up on top of Plateau Mountain and check the weather forecast. Previous forecast has been for spotty showers later in the afternoon, so I'm leaving so early. Nobody stayed in the shelter. All right, onward we go. Here's a spring where we had to get water. Yep, nice and cold. I put my water bottle right there. Streamed right into the bottle, and I filtered it. So yeah, this is our water source for this shelter. Goes all the way down there. All right, about 20 minutes into the climb. Still a nice day. At the top of Sugarloaf, I don't know if you can see it or not. That top there. Yeah. Anyway, one thing I noticed is that my legs aren't stressing as much on this climb as they were in the beginning yesterday. My legs weren't used to climbing, but during the day, my legs got used to it, so my legs feel pretty good right now. Let's keep on keeping on. Really another shock. Water on the trail. I could have filled up here, but I don't take a chance. I'm surprised this is here. Oh, good. I think we made it to the top of Plateau Mountain. That was a very, very technical climb. And by that I mean rocks, roots, handholds of rocks. It's very difficult climbing. Very hard. And I think that's Sugarloaf Mountain up there, over there. And I want a Twin Mountain. Oops, sorry. It's over there. I don't know. Let me see, hold on. That's Catskills High Peak. Showed you that yesterday. Well, I think we made it to the top, but it could be a false summit. I have to climb again. But I didn't really want to show you too. I showed you a lot of video yesterday. I apologize for the heavy breathing and the sniffling and stuff, but this climb is no different than yesterday. So I spared you the boredom or whatever of watching me come up this thing. So hopefully this is the plateau. There's a nice long stretch of flat on top of this mountain. So I think I can safely say we're on top of Plateau Mountain. And that climb only took me an hour and a half to go less than a mile. Very technical climbing. So now we got this nice flat area to reward me with my efforts. Well, then on top of the mountain here, I checked the weather forecast, and it was looking nice today. So it changed yesterday. Yesterday was going to be possible thunder showers in the afternoon, but nope. But it's calling for rain on Thursday all day, well, up until 4 o'clock. And that could very well change too, but that's been pretty consistent for rain on Thursday. Even in the Adirondacks, that was consistent. So good. Today's a blessing. Thank you, Lord, for another nice day. Also just checked my altimeter. I'm at 3,832 feet, highest I've been so far on this trip. So let's enjoy this little slow walk. It's one hell of a descent down, I can remember from the last time. But the last time, it was a lot hotter than this. That's why they made it a lot more grueling. Today, temperatures are still nice and cool. No humidity. What a great day for hiking. All right, get back to you later with some views, hopefully. There we go. Plateau Summit, half mile back. Mink Hollow into 2.4 back. Junction is Devil Path, Notch Lake Trailhead, 2.3 via Route 214. I'm not quite sure what that is. Notch Lake Trailhead. Might be down by the campsite. 2.3. And after yesterday and this morning's hikes, this is a welcome respite. Nice flat trail, soft ground, nice evergreen forest. I don't know what you call these trees. Hemlock, whatever. But yeah, it's nice. It's getting a little cloudy, but the sun's still out. So let's go. Calls Plateau Mountain for a reason. Nice long stretch of flat trail. All right, get back to you. Maybe with some views, like I said. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure we'll find some views today. Wow, I just had a baby fawn like 30 feet from me. Oh, you can see the deer in there. I don't know. They're pissed off about something. Making all kinds of noise. Baby fawn right in front of me. And then 2 bigger deer right behind it. They're right behind that clump of trees. Oh, right there. Right there. Oh, he's pissed. They're mad that I'm here. Wow. Yeah, I'm still here. Wow, that's so cool. That was very cool. My first wildlife encounter. They seemed to be aggravated I was in the area. So I'll just keep on moving on. I got my photo op. They're following me. Son of a bitch. That one guy making noise. Yeah, I'm leaving. See ya. Wow. And they're pissed. Listen to that. I don't know if you can hear that. Wow. That was very cool. All right. You know what? That encounter in itself is worth the trip. All right, moving on. There we go. First nice view of the day. Let me zoom in here. Right there in the foreground is Sugarloaf. And in the background there, hold on. This here is Twin Mountain, and behind there is Indian Head Mountain, the first one we went yesterday. So in the background, Twin. This one, no, the background Indian Head. The next one is Twin, and the foreground is Sugarloaf, where we came. So got a lot of overgrowth here. So there you go, our first nice view of the day. That's Catskill Peak and Round Top in the back. All right, come on the opposite side, just a short way from that overlook, and then we come up to this overlook. So this here is Hunter Mountain. And the foreground is South Hunter Mountain. And way, way in the background back there is West Kill Mountain, where we go over tomorrow. And on the way out. I got a feeling we're going to do that in the rain. I hope not. Because it's almost 3,900 foot elevation. But anyway, yeah, it's a nice view. And then come around over here. Slide Mountain, Cornell, other mountains I don't know. Weather for Slide Mountain, which is right there, it's not good for Friday. Rain. In that case, I'm not going to do it. Oh yeah, nice views. Well, all my leisurely hiking is done. I gotta go down this thing. Holy crap. That's a steep drop. Alright. Here we go. I'll let you know how we do on the other side. Hey, there's no shame in butt sliding and hiking. Now it's a very steep down to the campground. Yep, leisurely hiking is done for the day. Probably for the rest of the trip, too. Okay, I'm an idiot. There's stairs to get down there. I took the hard way, of course. There's rock stairs down here. Oh well. Well, I made it down to the notch. Oh, I gotta go with that baby. But I was contemplating going all the way through, depending upon the weather tomorrow. Spruceton Road 7.2. I don't know. Westkill Mountain 6.9. See, that's what I'm concerned with, Westkill Mountain. Maybe I can stealth someplace on the other side of Westkill Mountain. I only have a mile and a half to go to my car. I don't know if that's allowed though. So anyway, 4.5 we came, Mink Hollow Lean-To. Pretty good road. Oh, so far we've come 10.3. I think I'm gonna have some lunch here. This is Devil's Tombstone Campground. We got a water spigot there, good. I'm gonna go with that. But fortunately there are switchbacks, so that wouldn't be too bad. Okay, well after lunch we're climbing up the mountain again. I was contemplating hiking out to the end to bypass the weather tomorrow, but it's 11 miles and I can't do 11 miles in this rugged terrain. So I'm gonna shuck it up and go to the campsite 5 miles away and deal with the rain tomorrow morning when I wake up. So here we go, upward. So we had a big ass climb after lunch. About, I don't know, 1,200 foot, 13. Now on the top of this ridge. I'm running along this ridge until we get to a shelter, which I'm not going to stay in. But there is water there. So we'll camel up there and continue on to Diamond Notch Shelter. And I think with the rain coming, I'm just going to wait out the rain tomorrow in the shelter. It's supposed to be bad, you know, from about the time I wake up till about 11, 12 o'clock. So I might just wait in the shelter until it. But that's, you know, that's Tannersville, which I'm looking at. Who knows what's up here? Could be worse, could be nothing. I'll just have to play it by ear tomorrow morning. It's not the first time I've hiked in the rain. All right, wow, see? Nice long stretch here. Onto the water source. Just as I said, this shelter should be getting close. I see this sign, 0.1. So Buttermilk Falls, 2.1. That's where I'm gonna camp. Oh, Diamond Notch Lake, 2.6. Yeah, because it's a half a mile. Diamond Notch Lean-To, yeah, 2.6. And yeah, let's find out some water. This is the water source. Maybe I can scoop some out. I think I'm done climbing big mountains. I think the last one I got is Westkill, and that'll be tomorrow. But I was thinking about that sign back there at the campground at Partiga Road being 10 miles. That's got to be a different spot on Partiga Road, because we've come at least 15. Is about I can figure. 15 miles. And oh, there's red. Okay, so there's a trail there. I don't know what that is, but I see red over there. Okay, we're good over here. Anyway, yeah, Partiga Road 10 miles, that's not right. We've done at least 15, at least to that point. And then, since lunch, climbing up that big mountain, or whatever it was, I don't know what it was. It was 2 miles to the shelter that we just passed. Now it's 2.6 to the next. So yeah, we're well on our way here to 20 miles. All right, just thought I'd tell you that because it was on my mind. Here's a view of southwest Hunter Mountain. I showed you that earlier today when we're in that big outbreak of rock. Big clearing. But that's South Hunter Mountain. And Hunter Mountain must be to my left, the ski resort area. All right, I just kind of popped out here. This is called Geiger Point. Why it's Geiger Point, I have no clue. But that's what it is. Now, I thought this was worth mentioning. Look at these perfectly placed flat boulders in this swampy area. That's a lot of work. We're just coming out of Geiger Point. We got 2 miles to our shelter. But yeah, I mean, this is a lot of work here to place these here like that. I mean, that just didn't happen. That's a lot of human effort that went into putting these rocks here. I just thought I'd mention it. All right, so we've made it to, well, not yet, half a mile. Camping prohibited. It's a nice little waterfall here. I've been here many times. Well, actually with Sarge a couple years ago, but before then with AMC folks. All right, let me figure out what I'm doing. Here's a nicer view. All right, I'm gonna get myself some water someplace and then go up a half mile to the shelter. Bridge shot. See, so the other side. Well, that's where the falls is. All right, I gotta get myself some water. Oh, here's a. Okay. Spruceton 7.2. Nah, I don't feel like doing 7.2. Oh, we finally made it to our campsite. Setting up here, privy. Setting up there. I'm in a little high spot there with some runoff for the rain. Although back here kind of concerns me a little bit, but it's kind of a gully. I'm not too worried. I don't really think it's going to rain all that much. So yeah, we're all set up here. And we had a little sprinkle, just as I got the tarp set up. This is a nice area. I like this. I like this shelter here. I think it's one of the nicest shelters. Yeah, I like it. All right, let me finish setting up here. Okay, everyone. Well, it's dark background. I'm sitting in the shelter. Okay, everyone. It's 6:20. Finished my dinner. Tried to check the weather on the Garmin. It's going to rain tomorrow. Not quite sure how much. We have to go over West Kill Mountain, and the last weather report I got from Tannersville, which is not here, close by, calls for possible thunderstorms at 10 o'clock. But the Garmin weather forecast said just rain, like 50%. So if that's the case, we're going to play it by ear tomorrow. I have 7.5 miles to get out of here, and then we're done. So, but I will take it as it comes, I guess. Play it by ear as to when I'm going to go and what we're going to deal with. Now we're going to deal with wet, so there's no doubt about that. So that's the deal. Today I did 9.25, and some of it was it wasn't as rough climbing yesterday. Although Plateau Mountain was pretty intense, up and down, and then after breakfast, lunch, we had a long slog up. But it is what it is. Tomorrow, again, 7.5 miles, and we've completed our second Devil's Path end hike. That's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed today. Stay tuned for tomorrow's wet weather forecast and wet weather conditions. If it's really raining badly, I'm not going to be taking the phone out, obviously. So, we'll see what happens. All right. Good night. Thanks for watching. God bless. Sleep well. Bye.